Well, hi, the cowboy. Thank you, Black Widow. And then if you guys have any questions, I know I have a few mods in here. If you guys could either... Thank you. This is my new favorite gift because that's literally how I feel. If we could either highlight them or come up with a way if I'm not seeing them so that I can make sure that I answer them. That would be great. But we're going to get started because I don't want to go too late. We may have to do this in 2 lives just because it's so much. And these are the papers that were just done yesterday. These were just filed yesterday. Oh my gosh, I love all these birds. These are my favorite. Thank you, love. Okay. Eyes is watering. All right, here we go. So, calm down, tiger. Hold on, actually, let me close out of everything else. So you guys don't see nothing else I got going on up here. Got some nosy people. Because I just want to show you so you guys, so nobody can question. Someone tried to say yesterday that I made up all that stuff. like I'm that, I mean, if I was that good and talented to make up Firth birthdays, that would be crazy. So, this is what I'm... Whoa, Nelly. Oh my God, what's happening? Hold on. Jesus. So this is what I'm reading off of. They're court documents. Okay. I got my notes over here. Okay, Lindsay is Bree's attorney. Taylor is John's. So, this is filed by Lindsay. Excuse my squeaky chair as well. Okay, it's so many pages, it's hard to just scroll through. Okay, so this order is a request for order change, temporary emergency orders, visitation / parenting time, and then it says other it says OST, see item number 7, which we will do. What is going on here? Okay. And then it says, note, please mark, there's X there, in front of the box that applies to the case or to your request. If you need more space in the box, okay, we know what that means. Okay. Restraining order information. 1 or more DV restraining / protection orders are now in effect between petitioner, which is John, respondent, which is Bree. Family, Los Angeles, California. And then it gives the case number. Visitation. This is just saying what's already in play. What's already open, active, happening, right? Visitation / parenting time. I request emergency orders. That's Bree requesting emergency orders. And then it lists the child's information, which I will not say. The orders I request are for visitation / parenting time as follows. And then it says, hold on. Please see declaration of respondents counsel attached. We actually went over that yesterday, but we'll go over that again as well. She got a lot of things wrong. I'm not sure how this is all going to happen. C, the order that I request are in the best interest of the children because, and then it says please specify. This is a change from the current order from visitation. Okay, and then it says the visitation / parenting time was ordered on 3/24/25. All visits between respondent, Bree, and the minor child shall be professionally supervised. Dates and times. This is so frustrating. There's so many pages. I'm trying to move it up just like a tiny bit, and it's skipping all pages. Hold on, let me try one thing real fast. Let me open it in Google Docs. see if that won't help me out so I don't sound like a kindergartner trying to read all this. Okay, hold on, I don't want that. Okay, perfect. That's much better. I see that and then it's messed up. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Anyways, I'll just struggle through it. Okay. Jesus. But Jesus. His name. Okay. All visits between respondent Bree and the minor child shall be professionally supervised. Dates and times to be coordinated by mutual agreement of the parties, and the availability of the visitation monitor. This order was confirmed confirmed a second time by the way of the 32725 DVRO, which did not modify this order. So this is where, have you gotten to a point where No, I'm literally just started. We're only on page 2, the second box. So this is where she's saying that the order does not specify that it has to be in a visitation center. It only has to be by a visitation monitor, supervisor, is what she's saying. I so wish I could have just printed this. Then there's nothing on the next. On 2, 3 is child support. 4 is spousal maintenance. So there's nothing there. Okay. 5. Thank you, love. God, your name gets me every time. Nothing here. Other orders requested. Others requested, please see declaration. Again, it's going to be yesterday. Time sensitive, time until hearing. The hearing date and service time for the request for the orders be sooner. They're requesting that the order be sooner. A lot of this stuff right here is kind of what we went over yesterday. We can go back over that as well. I will read that when we come up on that. Facts to support. The orders I request are listed below. The facts that I write in support of the attached to the request cannot be longer than 10 pages. Unless the court gives me permission, please see the declaration. You know what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to turn off my request first of all. I'm actually going to skip through all of these boxes because none of this makes sense. Let's get into the nitty-gritty if we're all good with that. Because this stuff doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is the respondent counsel's, so this is Bree's attorney's declaration supporting respondent's ex parte DVRO. Okay. Okay, go down. The struggle. I, Lindsay, which is Bree's attorney, hereby declare as follows. I'm the respondent. The respondent's attorney in the above titled action. Oh, gosh, why couldn't I just do that? Oh, here we go. I offer my declaration in lieu of personal testimony. We went over this part yesterday. I'm going to review it again just quickly for anyone who was not here, okay? I offer my... Okay, here it is. I offer my declaration in lieu of my personal testimony pursuant to... the marriage of Stephen Knott, 1984. At first I was like, wait, she's got the wrong case. She's talking about a different case. I over this different case. Okay, blah. Request. We respectfully request the court to order the 5/7/24 move away RFO and the 32725 DVRO hearings to remain combined together into Department 2C, as they were set today in Department 2B. This was their hearing that they had on Monday. They then continued to sometime in mid-June to allow us time to subpoena LAPD for DVRO related evidence. As soon as I subbed into this case on 4/15/25, I immediately started meeting and conferring with John's attorney, Taylor Budnick, about today's hearing and getting my client supervised visits with Baby W set up. Since my client gets one unopposed continuance as the respondent's party on a DVRO by law, I let Ms. Budnick know in my first email on 4/15/25 that we would be exercising this to allow me time to prepare. So basically, when you are in the midst of a case, you get one time throughout the case, and it could be at any time that is they cannot contest, where you get a continuance. They are choosing to use it in the beginning. So it's not like we're just gonna push it off just because. It's because they're utilizing their one time. John's attorney can choose to utilize theirs at any time as well. When Miss Budnick confirmed that evening that this was the first setting on the DVRO, I replied on 4/16/25 and asked her if she wanted to send me her hearing conflict dates so that I could submit the DVRO continuance form in advance of the hearing. I advised this would keep costs down for both parties. Brianna and I also thought appearing back up, here you go, remotely would take some of the publicity off of this case, and believe John and his attorney would feel the same way and want the same thing, but we were wrong. Which I explain more in the next section. While Miss Budnick has been very responsive via email to date, to this email suggesting the remote appearance, she did not respond. Attached as Exhibit A in our 4/15 to 4/16 email thread. So this is where she went in and attached all of the email threads. Oh, are we already arguing about what's going on? Okay, Stormy, if you've already read all of the pages, I don't understand what's happening. Hey, brother, they're always coming for me. I don't know how to do that. To shut the comments off? Okay, I just want to listen, because my page, right, is for everybody, whether we have the same opinions or not, as long as it's always respectful, right? So hi, Koi. So I just want to make sure that everybody is keeping it absolutely respectful. Yeah, I don't know if I know how to shut them off. That would actually probably help me to stay focused. Like comment? No. Oh, I didn't even know I could comment. Oh, thank you. They always help me. Okay. I just figured out myself how to comment. Okay. Since there was nothing, okay, blah, blah, blah. Since there was nothing about this in the filing to date that I downloaded and reviewed last week, I asked Judge Norge today why hearings in this case had been with him. I'll go down. Oh my gosh. This is a mess, I tell you. I tried to print this off so many times and it would not let me print off. Normally, let me just tab down. Oh, I missed this part. Okay, let me go back up. We respectfully request that the court, this one, the moving order, where she, thank you, she's asking for it to be continued sometime mid-June to allow time to subpoena LAPD for the DVRO related evidence. Based on my experience in subpoenaing LAPD many times in the past, the turnaround time for the thank you, love. Okay, turnaround time in the receipt for the records tends to be a lot slower than it is for subpoenas to financial institutions, etc. So we're trying to plan accordingly. My bad / hearing conflict dates in June are, and she goes in, the professional visitation monitor to be used per the 32425 orders for professional visitation for my client and baby W shall be Keeping the Peace LLC. And I think that's because remember they had came to that mutual agreement that they were going to go ahead and use that. Montreal shall be on the following dates, and then she lists the dates. I'm not going to read off the dates. Again, this is public record. Anybody can get this. I'm just not going to put the information out there. You know what I'm saying? So people know. 4/21/25 DVRO hearing. Number 3, as soon as I subbed into this case, I immediately started meeting and conferring with John's attorney about today's hearing and getting the client's supervised visitation set with baby W. So, since my client got one unstoppable continuance, we went over this. When Miss Budnick confirmed that evening, this is her first DVRO, I replied on 4/16 and asked if she wanted to send me her hearing conflict dates so we could submit the DVRO. Brianna and I also thought appearing. Here we go. Maybe I have this figured out now. And that's what they talk about here remotely. Okay, number 4. Since there was nothing about this in filings to date that I downloaded and reviewed last week, I asked Judge Nord today why some hearings in this case have been with him instead of in our home court of 2C, and AA Law Talk kind of explained that to us, right? He explained 2C was scheduled to be dark, which means it's closed. Today when John's 3/27/25 DVRO was filed. And due to my client's right to a hearing within 21 days of filing, the matter was handled by Judge Nord in 2B. I assume this means 2C will also be dark 1/15/25. Wait, what? I assume this means 2C was also dark on 1/15/25 when Judge Nord in 2B handled John's 1/15/25 ex parte for the RFO. It is a lot. I advised the court today that we were exercising our statutory continuance of the DVRO, and since the DVRO's outcome is relevant to the move away analysis, we request that the DVRO and the move away RFO be heard at the same time. Since the latter is currently calendared in 2C for 5/25, we ask for the hearing to be combined and moved to a later date. Judge Nord advised he could not move anything on 2C's calendar. I don't understand why sometimes I can hit the arrow button, it'll go down. Other times I have to, hold it and move it down. But then it jumps pages. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Okay, so that was 5. Let me move down. Just want to go to 6. There we go. Okay.